Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It is fantastic to be back. It is fantastic to have you back. It is also fantastic to be back on the project that I finished off just a little while ago, the leather sheath for the Bowie knife. Now, when I finished off the last episode, I said I was unsure if I was going to finish this piece or if it was the final one. What we're going to do, we're going to stitch it up. We're going to have a see about how the knife fits, how the thing looks, and see, do I need to start again, or are we okay? Thank you for joining me. I'm excited to get into it. So here is where we are. Of course, we left off with this gluing up with some contact cement with some pins inside it. So now we can get a little test fit up. That's not so bad. That's a little more slop than I thought. That's good. And it goes. I don't like that gap. That might be a cause for starting again. We'll see if we can trim that down. We'll have a see. But right now I've got these needles stuck in it. A couple of them have some string on them. Now I don't want these needles sticking out of it as I stitch it, because I know I'm going to get poked. So let's see if this is an idea I can use. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a nightmare to stitch. Just going to leave the thread in there. So hopefully everything stays lined up without me poking a hole in my hand. Oh my goodness, this is a little foreboding. Can't pull any of these blasted needles through. There we go. So now that I won't poke myself, it is time to thread the needle and start stitching. Two stitches in, and I have already messed up and created myself a quagmire. I think I have poked a hole through this thread. The threads are getting caught in the vise. This is a nightmare. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I think I need to unthread this. Oh, this is not good. What have I done? Come on. Is that the right cord? Get out of there. There we go, we got it. Righty-ho. Pull this out of that thread. I'm gonna pull it all out and start again. I don't want this hole in the thread to be an issue. So for the sake of the 5 minutes, we're gonna pull it out and start again. We have a big problem. You see that? That's a big kind of problem. That's the type of problem where now we have nothing to do but start over. So, punching the material, I must have messed up. You see, of course, for us to be able to stitch it, we need a hole and then flat land for the stitch to pull on. It would appear that we have no flat land, and those punched holes cut right through. That's a major problem, because there is no way that that'll look nice, because we're not going to get that nice consistent stitch pattern. There's no way, even pulled taut, that it will hold the material tightly. So that is a bummer. That is a nuisance. So it now means that there is nothing left to do but start again, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It just means that I gotta do the whole thing 2.5 days over. Probably should be a big deal. Oh well. We knew it was a risk that we might have to start again. I didn't think it would be because of this, but all we gotta do is rope ourselves another cow. Nah, I won't. It comes pre-wrangled, sadly, these days. Damn pre-wrangled leather. No fun. Oh boy, I need a bigger bench. Wait, I need to plan this first. So, a little cardboard box, cut her open. I'm gonna put some electrical tape on to protect mostly myself from the edge. And we're gonna trace around the knife. Might as well cut this out for starters. I'm now gonna cut out the excess I need for the liner. I'm gonna make sure it's completely straight down to the clip. Rough trace out the shape that we're gonna need for the final piece. Plenty of clearance this time. Nice, thick liner. So now we'll cut some leather and get right to it. is where I am. We have the strap from the other one dismantled and mounted onto this, stitched on. We have this piece remade, retooled, retouch marked, and restudded, and resewed. Holy moly, we've been doing a lot of stitching. And the liner is contact cemented to this back piece. Now what I've got to do, make sure that blade was gonna be able to go all the way in. It will. Make sure it'll seat to the bottom. It will. Phew. We can see how it's gonna kind of look. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You'll see, this is much wider than the first one. You'll also remember that putting this into the first one, we were super close to cutting at our liner material. Now we're going to avoid that, and now we're going to make sure also that we have a decent thick liner too, so that as that blade nicks into it, we're not risking nicking the stitching, which this would have risked anyway, even if we didn't have to stop because of that failure in the stitching there. So, the next step is punching holes in it. I have no idea of the correct order of operations. I don't know if I need to punch holes in this first and then transfer them through to this. I don't know if I need to punch holes in this first and then transfer it through to this. I don't know if I can put these all together and just go all the way through. In fact, I do know that. I can't, because my little punches here will not go the whole way through. So it's got to be one side and then the other. Have I mentioned that I don't know anything of what I'm doing? Ooh. My brain hurts. You hear that? It's the noise of a rusty brain. Trying to work, it's not going well. Oh, leather work! I have the solution. So here's what I'm gonna do. Whew. We are going to punch down from this direction the entire way around using a scribe line as the guide. Then that means that we have a mark coming through this way, and when we pull the punch out, we're not pulling this liner off the material. That then means we can set this on top of this back piece, gently transfer the punch marks, gently, so I don't end up cutting the leather. Remove this, punch the way through from the inside here, put it back together, stitch it all up, I think. Let's get to it. I've got a way better way of doing this. Hello. So, ow. Here is what I'm gonna do. So, my punch will not go the whole way through everything. I know that already. So why don't I use that to my advantage? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna punch through from one side, and all it's gonna do on this piece here, when it's all assembled, is gonna make a mark that's perfect for me to punch through once I rip it apart. The contact cement is weak enough that I can just rip it straight apart. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm contact cementing this puppy up. Then, I'm going insane. It's the solvents. I'm gonna put it all in this to help line it up. In she goes. Line that tip up. Boom. Wow. My stupidity amazes me. Why did I not think of it this way first? So much easier this is gonna be. And now we will stick it together. And hopefully my insanity will flow back into normal. I'm insane all the time. Time to punch it. Okay, so it's contact cemented up, looking pretty awesome. It was a nightmare poking the stitching through. Really not easy at all, and I think I'm gonna struggle stitching it. Oh, do I definitely feel the bitter sting of not knowing what I'm doing. Oh, but that's all right. It just means that there is a slight potential for the excitement, for the potential of succeeding. Potential. So I'm gonna measure out my thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the length, just in case. And exciting little opportunity. Really exciting opportunity. Since I made the video talking about getting a mentor, well, lots of people have asked if I could be their mentor, which I really appreciate. And so what I have done to make sure that I pick the right person, I have opened up the floor for an internship position. It is a paid internship position for 1 month. There are plenty more details on my website. Go to alecsteeleblacksmith.com/internship. There's a link down below where you'll see the requirements as well as what it is that you'll be expected to do and where you can apply. So if you want to come work in the shop, do some good hard work and soak up whatever information I can give you, this is that opportunity. So check it out. I really hope that I can find somebody that is gonna just be able to put the most use to this, help out the most in the shop. And I think that would just be an absolute hoot of a time. So if you're interested in it, check out the website, tell me about yourself, and hopefully we can find the right candidate for the role. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk a little bit more about my experience at Blade Show in tomorrow's episode while I do the rest of this stitching. So I am looking forward to seeing you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.